My name is Alyssa Quinones. This is the meetup assignment. I attended an event that was called East Bay AR/VR co-working with a group that was named AR/VR creators. Here's a link that is for this event. So the location was held at Circuit Launch at 8000 Edgewater Drive, Oakland, California, which was about 20 to 30 minutes away from campus. The date that this was held on was Monday, November 11th, 2019, and the time that it was held at was 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. This event is held all day, but you are welcome to come at any time you would like. If you missed the beginning of the meeting, you were able to just drop in and work on with other people or the people that were holding this event. You also didn't have to stay the entire length of the time, and I had arrived right before 2, so I kind of had a good amount of time to talk with the people beforehand a little bit. So, yeah. A presenter, her name was Jason Gluck. From the beginning of her career, she started transitioning from freelance auto engineering to VR development, which I thought was really cool. She usually supplemented that with a part-time job as well. And earlier this year, she has also worked at a VR arcade as an example as her side job. But just recently, she had found an investor and a mentor who is commissioning a big project that may turn into a new company. So she is currently doing that along with some audio stuff on the side. She had formed this group after getting frustrated with her work on VR projects that she would work on doing it alone in her bedroom all the time, and she didn't see any similar active groups in the East Bay, so she went ahead and started her own. So she ended up getting a membership at Hackerspace and invited everyone who seemed like they'd be interested. And so after a few weeks, someone suggested that she should check out Circuit Launch, which is where she is now, and they decided to let her in as a resident to host her own groups and events, which I thought was really cool. And how the fact that she was coming upon this little group that she had that she wanted to start. And yeah. About the meeting, so they mostly do AR/VR co-working, and basically on Mondays, people are welcome to drop in and work on their projects in a group setting. Some people come in with nothing, which that person was I, and leave with art or development skills, and I kind of just sat back a little and watched other people do it because it kind of made me nervous, but I did check out what the outcome of some of the stuff that people came up with, and I also asked how things worked. So I thought it was just really cool. And also some people would just come in and ask tons of questions, or some people would hang out while making the virtual reality art, which I thought was really interesting. And Jason usually working on her projects or another one that she was working on. And usually she's sharing ideas with others. She's going around and she's asking people that would ask for help. So I met a lot of people, but I really thought that, I didn't really meet a lot of people because not a lot of people really attended, but I really thought that Jason was very interesting and she intrigued me with how well she put together this group. So I talked to her personally and I had asked her how did she end up being the host for this event and how do these meetings usually go and what do people do while they're here. So she had said, and I quote, "We also do bigger events where we showcase our members' work and hoping to do more engaging events like themed hackathons and workshops for things like how to make VR virtual reality games, how to make AR face filters, and storytelling in virtual reality as well." And I thought this was really interesting because she wants to build her group and bring people to awareness of this technology, which is really interesting. She had also asked me if I was pursuing a virtual reality or have interest in getting involved and mentioned that they are very small and definitely short on leadership, which I thought was cool because I think she was referring if I was interested in becoming part of her group or somehow in somewhat way. And I will continue to keep in contact with her because I really thought that this was cool. So this brings me to my next slide. This meetup was really interesting, and there was a lot to learn about virtual reality. There's a lot that you can do that I didn't think that you could do. There is beyond just video games on virtual reality. I really thought that this was just like a game console, which I had no idea about, and everything that goes beyond it, but I thought this was very cool, very fun and very cool to come to this meetup. I've also learned what goes on in these meetings and that that way I can attend more and maybe start up my own projects and bring them in, and that way I can work with other people that have similar projects, or work with people that have different projects, and maybe like compare and like maybe get new ideas with some stuff, which I thought was very interesting. I also saw and learned how the environment is set out at these meetings, and that there's so much you can create with ARs and VRs, and I would definitely join this meetup again. So, yeah, this is the meetup assignment, and yeah.